The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut, man. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. We got the marks just in a little bit of a range right now, heading down a little bit. Let's check out where they're all at. We got the S&P is down 7 points right now. We got the Russell down 7.7. NASDAQ right now is down 6 points. The Dow down 64 points on the day. Looking on over at our metals, we got copper is up about 0.5%. We got silver up over 0.5% as well. And we got gold is, it's up a few dollars right now, not too much. Looking at our energies, we got natural gas is down nearly 3%. That's right, nearly 3% on natural gas. And we got oil is up right now, 28 cents on the day. Looking on over at corn. Corn is currently setting down right now, moving down about 7 points. That's a 2% move on corn. We got soybeans down 17, so some great movement in the ags. We'll check those out in a little bit. We got the pound dollar down 20 pips. We got the euro dollar down 3, and the euro pound is up 4. Checking out the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD right now is unchanged on the day, not moving at all from yesterday's settlement for where it's at right now. We got the dollar franc up by a mere pip. Dollar yen down 6. We got the pound yen down 16 and the euro yen down 3 with the Aussie yen down 20 pips on the day. All right. Well, that gets us caught up right there. The one thing we need to do and do it as quickly as we can is we got to get our news trade plan and ready for the end of the week. We didn't really hop on that last week. We had so many other things going on. So I wanted to catch you up on our news trade reports and get us going. And let's see here. All right. So pulling all those up, let me throw up the list for you that for the news this week, and we can walk through that together. So we did talk about there's not really much happening. We talked about yesterday we had the going on with the bank holiday. That can often carry in today somewhat. We've seen that with a really low volatility movement on the Forex. Hopping on over to the to today. Had a couple of early things this morning. But nothing really to write home about. Tonight, we got the RBA governor is going to be talking and giving a little speech at 11 o'clock. So put that one on your calendars as a Be Aware event. It's not a major press conference. It's just a speech. It could have a little bit of an impact unless he just says something off the wall. Don't expect anything major to come out of that. So just a Be Aware event for the 21st here at 11 p.m. on Aussie dollar. RBA governor making a small speech, not a major press conference, okay? But you just want to know when it's out there, and that's if you're trading this evening. Looking on over at Tuesday and seeing what we got on the list. Let me pull up. All right, so for, like I said, so Monday, really no major news trades. Tuesday, we got a few things we can look at. We can check out trade balance. We got CPI, we got existing home sales, and we got CPI all rolling out. And so let's dive into each one of those. For later in the week, we'll see what else we got on the list. Looks like we're going to have retail sales, cash rate coming out of Britain, their interest rate there. We got trade balance coming out of Britain at the same, a little bit later, but it'll be part of the same trade. We're going to have retail sales, jobless claims, and new home sales. So a lot of home sales, existing home sales coming out this week. And we'll have durable good orders. So really a pretty minor news impact week, not our major reports except for over on the pound, and even that itself will probably just give us some nice implied volatility to be able to trade with. All right, so I'm diving in and pulling this up for you so we can get a plan together. And I want to say we had a report that we did. Let's see, what was the last time? Because I want to use some of that information, build on top of it, from June 24th. And let's see here. I'll pull that on up. We'll go into June 24th. And see what we got on the list. So on June 24th, we had... Okay, yeah, we didn't even pull that one up. So let's see if there's been any kind of new development in it where we can develop a trade off of the dollar franc trade balance report. Now, for a trade to be developed on that, we're really going to need to see probably about my guess is around a 7 a.m. release because it's coming out at 2. So see if we can pull off a report on this. And I'm trying to look at the open and the close there. And just trying to get all the data. Okay, so we got about a 12 pip move on the last one. We got an 11 pip move on the one before that. We got 4 pips, and that's between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. One after that, we got a little bit bigger move. Pulled on down at 7 o'clock there. It closed out at 37 pips. Then we had a move of 3. So far, so good. 5 pips. We got a 20, let's see, closing at 23. And then the one before that, well, we had a big move that morning. But before the big move happened, a mere 3 pips. We got 27 pips before that one. We got, let's see here, backing up to 7 a.m. Got about 40 pip moves. We got a couple 40 pip moves, couple 20 pip moves. 5 pips. Let's see, 27 and 32. So we got 2 40s, a 30, a 27, and then 2 20s, and a lot of small ones. So that's really going to have to push us up a little bit further than I wanted it to be. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the fill on it, but I'm going to go for 30 pips on that. We got two times where it went to 40. So if you use $10 a couple times, there's other times where you'd be making like 25, 30 pips. Because they were so flat. So let's go for a 30 pip iron condor on the trade balance dollar franc report, entering at 11 p.m. for a 7 a.m. expiration. Okay, that's the dollar franc report coming out at 2 a.m. We're going to be hopping over on Nadex. If you haven't traded on Nadex here, what are you talking about, iron condors? Hop on over here to TFNN.com. Click on Nadex over on the right side of the page, right there. And what you're going to want to do is click under Trading, Demo Trading Account. Okay, Trading, Demo Trading Account. Fill in your username, first name, last name, phone number, and email address. Click Apply for Demo. And what they'll do is they'll send you a password where you can log in and check things out right there and get going. They have education, so definitely check out their education section. They got some videos. They got a handbook. They got a glossary. They got webinars. Definitely check out their webinar section. YouTube's a great place. Go into YouTube. Just type in YouTube Nadex. See what comes up. Go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nadex. And, of course, call in, and I'd be happy to, help answer any questions that you have, go over any kind of trade setup with you, go over different trading strategies, like how to do an iron condor. I put that on the list this week as one of the things I'd like to cover on the show, sort of, just walking through that again for you a little bit step by step and, sort of breaking it down. The main thing is it just takes practice. And anyway, so when you sign up for that demo account, get it going. Once you funded the demo account and you made a live trade, or sorry, not funded the demo account. Once you funded a live account and made a live trade, you just go here to create account. It's only $100 to fund an account. You can fund it with $100, or you can, wire in 20 grand, whatever. Once you fund that, make a live trade. Doesn't matter if it's 100 contracts, a contract, 100, $500 risk, or $5 risk, or $3 risk on a single contract. Once you've done that, then you can call up customer service or email them. They will extend out your demo for a year. If you ever have a problem with that, you let me know. I'll be glad to help you, but that should not be a problem for you getting that demo extended out. All right, so that knocks out our dollar franc trading. Again, we're doing iron condors. What that means is I'm buying the spreads. And I talk about those a lot. I have a whole box scanner made for that over here as well on TFNN that you can check out. Under the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer, you can try that out again for free. And I walk through these step by step for you. But it's really cool because you can collect premium intraday. You can collect it at night. You don't have to have it. You don't have to wait on weekly options to come around. You don't have to wait 4 weeks for an option to do a credit type spread or a condor type spread. And so that really is one of the best places to go to. If you're a premium collector, you are missing out. Okay? If you are a directional trader, then you're missing out. If you're a futures trader, forex trader, you're missing out because you could be going in with so much less risk than you have right now and trading with a whole lot less risk on each one of your trades. Okay, So let's keep going. Let's keep diving in and knocking out these trades. That was our trade balance report. So next thing I want to do is hop in and look at we got the CPI coming out, okay? So let's dive into CPI over here. And on the CPI report for the U.S., because we got two CPIs coming out. So the U.S. CPI, we'll have core CPI and CPI both being released. And let's check out what kind of trade we can pull off on euro-dollar trading the U.S. CPI. It's euro-USD, right? And that's going to come out at 8:30. And so we want to look at, 10 o'clock, maybe even a 3 o'clock expiration, see what kind of consistency we have in movement. And that'd be entering at 8 a.m., okay, for a 10 a.m. Potentially we'll look at it entering at 7 a.m. for a 3 p.m. So the 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., in order to take advantage of the increased implied volatility. That's what we're doing. We're trading these iron condors. We're not really trading directionally. We're trading implied volatility, which means expected movement comes into the option pricing. If they're spot on, that's awesome. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room there. You can go and do straddles and things like that as well. On the straddles, however, it has to move, and you have to take profit. On the iron condors, you got a wide range where it can just chill out and do a whole lot of nothing. And I hear a lot of traders go, man, the premium's too much. It has to move too far. The spread moves too slow. And I keep losing. And da-da-da-da. It's like, well, do you ever think that if that consistently isn't working for you, the opposite might work better? Well, that's where this comes in. Okay. So looking at it and going, what do we got? We got 25 pips, 10 a.m. We got 15. Let's see here. What do we got? We got 12. We got 21. We have 14. There's a big one. We got 39. 7. 10. Let's see, 8. 11. One big move. That was a monster move right there. That's one where you wouldn't want to get out if it was moving against you. It moved down 70 pips. Let's see here. We got, it did pull back quite a bit. Pulled back to about 29 by the end of the day. But let's just keep looking here. And let's see, 10 a.m. we got 6. All right, so besides a couple of them that were, in the 25 range, we had like one big one. The rest of them were definitely small. So I'm going to put it right at $25. We're going to try to capture profit on a majority of these and break even on a few, and then not get hurt really that badly on the ones that do move big. That, again, is the 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Looking over at the 3 o'clocks, is there an edge? I'm going down. There's a lot of... It's about half and half on big moves. I'm going to avoid the 3 o'clock. We're just going to stick to the 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. iron condor for the core CPI on a euro-dollar Nadex spread, buying the lower spread, selling the upper spread, entering at 8 for a 10 a.m. expiration. Stay right there. We'll be back after this. We'll knock out existing home sales, and we'll go into the Aussie CPI.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to his subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. All right, so we're diving on into existing home sales and looking at what possible trades we can set up for that. Report's going to come out at 10 a.m. Let's see if there's anything that's worth doing. The last report on existing home sales, let's see, came out on June 23rd. And so let me look on my calendar, see if we chose to use it or pass on it. We took advantage of it. All right, so looking down on the trade, again, it comes out at 10 a.m., so we're going to be looking at a 11 a.m. expiration, and so, again, 11 a.m. expiration on that one. Let me pull up one more thing, and I'll tell you about it. Okay, so 11 a.m. is the expiration. We're going to hop in at 9, no later than 9:45, but you're probably going to have to hop in at 9 to get the trade. I'm just going to try to see. Actually, we want to enter at 9:45. There's been some movement, some volatility happening before that. So let me see. Yeah, there can actually be some pretty big moves leading into it. I'm trying to dive in and see this a little bit clearer for you so I can explain it. But it looks like to me we've had some big morning volatility that could have made the trade go against you. And so trying to hop into that thing any earlier would have hurt. And so going down. Yeah, this one is one that you definitely do not want to rush into, okay? So 9:45 is actually our entry time on this. So we don't enter at 9 a.m. We wait till 9:45. Again, I just want to make sure it's really clear. And so as I learn these little things, I put them in there and log them so I have them. And let's see, existing home sales, June 23rd was the last one. I just want to pull up anything else I put, but that was the main thing. It's 9:45 a.m. for an 11 a.m. expiration for a minimum profit of $30. And one thing I like to remind everybody of is we're going through and we're sort of going through expectations. Okay, we expect this thing to move previous to 9:45. So you definitely want to write that down. That often there is like sometimes 20, 30 pips in the morning before existing home sells, which can help you. You know, it could be something to look for as another potential trade, depending upon what your charts are reading. But for the Iron Condor, what we need implied volatility to come in. So if they don't build in the expected movement, then we're not going to get it. Meaning, we're just not going to get the trade. But that's okay. It's like I'm looking for trade setups. I want to trade all the trade setups that are there that meet my requirements. I don't want to try to force the trade, and then who knows what I end up with. Okay? So make sure the trade's there. If it's not there, it's okay. Move on. Go find your next trade. But that's our existing home sales report over on the U.S. dollar. And let's hop on into CPI. Let's get our CPI rocket over here and see what we can do with that. It's going to be tonight, nighttime news trades. I'm ready to get some more back in. We'll have that coming up pretty soon. Also, you know, as August to September roll around, IB starts creeping back in. And I want to talk about applied volatility a little bit, see where we're at on the seasonal scale. We're going to do that here after we knock out a few more news reports. But on the CPI, we got, again, this is Aussie dollar coming out quarter over quarter tonight. Expectation of 0.5, no big change there in the expectation. They were below expectations last time. Who knows, maybe they'll be above expectations this time. But there's been some pretty good moves coming in off the CPI. I want to see how consistent that is. But if I go in and I look at the report, it came out at 9:30. If I go in and I focus in on the 11 o'clock, by the way, the market, flat. And so I want to see how consistent it's flat before the report, because if it is, we might have two trades that we could do. Okay, so first let's focus in on our main trade, which is going to be our entry to, at least our release to expiration. And it may even be earlier. We may be able to get in. Let me check out maybe even 6 o'clock, because the earlier we can get in this thing, the better. Or maybe the later, depending on if we go for a straddle. Okay, the last report, just to do a quick summary on it, we had 86 pips by 11 o'clock. Then we had 82. Let's see, we moved over. So they changed the time on that one a little bit. About 20, so pretty small there. So 25. Let's see, 25, 25. All right, so we got about 40. We got 50. We got 60 pips of movement. 65 pips. And about 117 pips. So this thing has been rocking and rolling. There's a couple times where it was flat. And I'll talk about why that's important to keep that reality check there when we get back after this break.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so we're going through, we're just getting all these reports out. We're checking out the CPI right now. We got some big moves on CPI. Like I said, we got a 70, 86, 20, and 10 pretty small on a couple of those. But then back up to 50, 90, 60, 60 pips. And so we want to put together, a nice potential straddle in the trade. So what we'll be looking for is a straddle that costs no more than $40, okay? So a $40 straddle is what we're looking for. That's going to be entering as early as you can, okay, to take advantage of the movement. You're going to have a couple choices. So you could enter at 9 for 11 p.m., at 9 p.m. for an 11 p.m. straddle. That's where we buy the upper spread. We sell the lower spread. So the opposite of an iron condor. And on the Nadex spreads. And so again, entering at 9 for 11 o'clock with a $40 max risk. The advantage of 9 o'clock is that they'll be very close to where the market is. They'll only have 2 hours till expiration, so they'll cost less money. Potentially, you could come back in as well, and you could look at potentially even the 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock straddles. I don't know if they'll only cost $40 or if they're going to cost more, so you'll have to look and see what the pricing is at that moment. But we really don't want to do more than $40. Depending upon how you do your position, if you only did one straddle, then, the disadvantage of trading a single contract, and I know it's like one on both sides, but basically it's a single straddle position, is that you need to take off at a 1-to-1. So to make the math sort of easy for you, if your risk is $40, basically you're going to, whatever price you buy your upper spread at, you're going to sell it $40 higher. Okay? Whatever price you sell your lower spread at, you're going to buy it back $40 lower, 40 pips. Sorry, 40 pips lower. A pip is $1. Okay? If you do multiples, you could take off half your position at that point at a 1-to-1, and then you can monitor the trade. Look at deviation levels, look at spikes on Spike Tracker, things like that. Look at expected ranges, and you could let it, potentially even go, because some of these, have moved like 70, 80, 90 pips. I definitely would not take a loss on that second half. I'd be willing if it comes back to break even on it, maybe to top it out. Okay? So if it flies up and I take profit and it trails back down, I'm just going to get out. But if it just goes and goes and goes, then you can take more profit. I'm not big into scaling out, so I usually like to scale in, but you don't really have that option on a straddle trade. But anyway, so you can look at that and see how it works as far as how fast does it move. A lot of times that entire move can happen in the first few minutes. So at least in the first 30 minutes. It usually is done. It's just done fast. So it takes a matter of about 15 to 30 minutes for the move to be maxed out. And you may even see probably 80% of that move happen in the first 5. If you have not seen it happen, a large move in the first 5 minutes, then I would not be surprised on that trade to see it end up not being a profitable trade. So then you're probably going to, if you haven't seen a good move in the first 5 minutes, you're probably going to want to start shooting for a break even. It could be one of those that straggles and takes its time. So, that's always the tough part of just hopping on out of the trade. But, looking at most of them, we usually got a good chunk of our move in the first 30 minutes on the Aussie CPI. So, that gives you one more trade. That gives you a 9 to 10 o'clock trade. You might be able to get a really cheap 9 to 10 trade because the move usually happens in the first 30 minutes, and then it usually backs off a little bit, and then it'll maybe spend the next hour sort of, maybe pushing up an extra 10 or 15 pips between 10 and 11 o'clock. So you can look at 10 to 11, okay, entering at 10 for an 11 p.m. You can look at entering at 9 p.m. for an 11 p.m., or you can look at entering at 6 p.m. for an 11 p.m. And just make sure that all of them are $40 or less total risk between your upper spreads risk and your lower spreads risk that you decide to buy the upper and sell the lower. That'll get you caught up on the Aussie dollar. Taking care of you today. We got one more trade happening tomorrow morning that we're going to want to definitely have on our list to look at, and some Be Aware events as well. Be aware, the asset purchase facility votes, the official bank rate votes, the mortgage approvals, all that's coming out of the pound today. I want to see what kind of volatility. It's not the normal news trade that we're looking at, but let me see what we got on volatility right there. And let's see, Governor Carney, that's going to affect the pound dollar, so definitely have that. That's going to be, okay, that's just a speech. It's not a major press conference, but definitely for 7:45 a.m. on the pound dollar, be aware that the Bank of England governor, that's basically like, that's our Fed head of the Fed. Anyways, he's going to come out, he's going to talk at 7:45 a.m. in the morning. And so we want that on the list. We'll come back to the MPC stuff here. And we'll have crude oil inventories tomorrow at 10:30. Getting to more and more where I like doing spike strikers on that over anything else. We got, for you New Zealand dollar traders, just be aware official cash rates coming out on that at 5 o'clock. Nadex will be closed. It's closed from 5 to 6 every day. And then, what else we got? We got HSB flash manufacturing PMI coming out of China. So that's a be aware for 9:45. That usually will affect the Aussie and the yen. Aussie yen, Aussie dollar. So any of those combinations, look for some impact there as well. So make sure you log all those be aware events and have them ready. And like I said, the potential news trade on there. All right. So the main one I want to dive into, and like I said, we'll take a little bit of time. We'll look at as well the MPC information. But I want to dive into the core retail sales over here on the dollar CAD. It's going to be released at 8:30. Obviously, we're going to be on the CAD. We're going to be trading the dollar CAD to take advantage of it. And it has been pretty volatile as of late. Let's see if that trend has continued. And over the last 12 releases. I like to look at the last 12 releases. What are these reports? I used to look at the last, like 5 years and the last 2 years, and I really found it's just, there is a seasonality benefit, but bottom line is how is the market reacting over 12. If I did the last 12 trades if I did the next 12 trades based on the last 12 trades, and I've noticed that's really been a lot more effective versus, sort of skewing the averages too much by looking too far back. You can smooth them out or you can make them way too big. So diving on in and looking at this, we got, the last report was pretty big. It came out, and by 10 o'clock, we had a move of about 50 pips. Before that, though, we only had 6, and we only had 10, then we had 40. Before that, we had 24. Going into the one release before that, looking at about 35, 23. That's going to be a pretty difficult one. 36, 22. Okay, so let's see. Last release. Let me see what I got on my plan for the last time around. We got June 20th. And let's see what I put in my own little trade journal here. Okay, yep. So I skipped the report altogether as well. They're all right at 20 and 30. So there's really, unless you're going to get just a stupid cheap straddle or an insanely expensive condor, it's probably not going to be worth it. So here's what I'll put. I'll put on the board, but I don't expect it to get filled. I would say 35 pips. I'd want a 35 pip iron condor, which I highly doubt we're going to get our hands on. There's just too many 20 pip ones and 30 pip ones. So to make it worth doing anything less. If it's not there, I'm not going to take it. What about if I want to take advantage of a 30 pip move? Well, then you'd need a 15 pip straddle, like a $15 straddle. So either a $15 straddle or a 30 pip iron condor really is what we're looking for. That's entering at 8 for a 10 a.m. expiration on the core retail sales. If you don't have either, then no trade, and that's okay. So that one just doesn't have enough flat movement or enough consistent big movement to give us either one. So unless the pricing is just perfect, then we're just going to skip out on that one. But go ahead and log it down and practice it, demo it, check it out, and just sort of see how it plays out. Okay, so we got our meeting minutes coming out. That's what I wanted to dive into a little bit more with you. Usually we get some pretty good movement on the meeting minutes. The average move on the pound dollar is about 80 pips, okay? And 91% of the time it breaks 50. So with that in mind, and that's been a consistent thing. This is what my old reports over the last 2 years and the last 5 years. With that fact in mind, then what I would, I'd look at actually doing a straddle on it. And since we're hitting that and we got that exceeding number on the 50 and the 60, then I would say you could do a $40 straddle, entering at, entering at 11 o'clock, and then, or later, you can enter as late as you want to, because this is the movement after. Leading up to the announcement, we could have a move as big as 50 pips. So you may actually be out of your trade before it even happens. Meaning, before the announcement comes out, you might already take profit. But $40, would be my maximum risk. I'm going to do a straddle trade, and that's going to be on the pound dollar on the 23rd. So I'm going to enter on Tuesday night, the 22nd, at 11 p.m. for a 7 a.m. expiration on the 23rd. On the pound dollar, I'm going to do a straddle. I'm going to buy the upper spread, sell the lower spread. My max risk on the trade is going to be $40. Enter as early as 11 or as late as 4 a.m., okay? And like I said, you enter early as 11, you may actually take your profit before it even comes out. And that's going to be based on all three of those. That's the mortgage approvals, the official bank rate votes. This is not the statement, but the votes. And the asset purchase facility votes that come out at 4:30. So that gives you another trade right there. And then one other one that I was sort of diving into, I was starting to look at, we got a little sidetracked. I wanted to go back to it, and that was, let me get back over here. And I wanted to see if there was a trade for, okay, that was the CPI. That was the one okay, so I want to go back. I want to step back real quick to Tuesday. And I want to look at the pre-release to the report, because on Tuesday, so we already gave you, like a 9 to 10 and 9 to 10 and 9 to 11 and a 6 to 11. But what about going up to 9? So what happens, going into either 9 or even 10, 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock on this release, let's see here, maybe as late as 10 o'clock, but, we can't do 10 because we'll get that first 5 minutes. So, we'll do 9 o'clock. We can do 8 or 9 because we have the 6 to 8 and we got the 7 to 9s going on. And we're talking very little movement. I just want to see where that sort of stops happening for us, so that way if the market starts popping there, we don't get hit by it. But like 14 pips, 7 pips, 3 pips, about 10 pips, 15 pips. What do we get on that one? It looks like got about 20 pips on one of them. Like 3 pips, 8 pips. Let's see. Had sort of a big move. Oh, that's starting at 4 o'clock. A little bit later there. There we go. About 15. So it looks like our average move is about 15 pips or less. Leading up to 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. Okay, July 22nd. On the Aussie dollar. So again, you see how this is just really valuable information. What if you're going in and you're trading the Aussie at night? What if you're a nighttime trader and you don't even trade the news? Knowing that it should be very flat would make you very hesitant to hop into directional trades because they're probably not going to go anywhere. You're probably going to get these like chopped signals that are just going to give you a long, short, and then they can explode right at 9:30. Okay? So it really helps you just as a trader to understand the news and the pattern of the news. Whenever that instrument has a, one of the primary currency pairs in the interest has a release. So looking at that, looking at the CPI, checking it out, then what that tells me is we got a potential iron condor if the money's going to be there. They shouldn't have any IV built into this thing. But, who knows? Maybe you'll be able to go in there and find yourself a, ridiculously cheap straddle, but I doubt it. What I'd be looking for, and it's up, down. It doesn't go directly in one direction. It may go up like 10 and then down 15, and so it's really not a great straddle strangle trade. I'd be looking for a 6 to 8 and a 7 to 9, either or whatever. Iron condor for, I'd probably say a minimum of 20 pips. Okay? If you can get it, great. If not, don't worry about it. The big trade's coming after that anyway. Okay? So, got a couple iron condors leading into the CPI, and then we got the straddles coming out after it. And that is your news trades for Monday. We got that wrapped up. Tuesday, we got that wrapped up. Wednesday morning, got a piece of that knocked out. Let's go ahead and knock out Wednesday night. Let's get all these trades we can off the list. If we can get Wednesday done, then we can dive into Thursday. Tomorrow, we got official bank rate. So the official cash rate is going to be coming on out. So Pound has a lot of stuff going on. We got that big straddle Wednesday morning. But on that official, let's see, let me go in. Oh, no, that's the New Zealand. I got that confused. Sorry about that. Okay, so official cash rate, that's New Zealand. Trade balance, that's New Zealand. Never mind. All right, we got Wednesday done. So Wednesday is completely knocked out. We'll dive into Thursday when we get back. We'll have retail sales, jobless claims, and new home sales on Thursday. So stay right there. We'll cover those right when we get back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this business, and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday knocked out. Let's hop on into Thursday. Thursday, we're going to have retail sales coming out there over in, looks like, Britain. We got jobless claims and new home sales here in the U.S. So diving on into that, we got, let's see here if I can look that up for you. And we'll put together a little trade on it and pull it up over here. We'll have a few things coming out. I would put a be aware Spanish unemployment rate coming out at 2 a.m. over in Europe. Just, Spain is getting on the watch radar off and on again. So 2 a.m. could have a little impact on the euro. We got flash manufacturing from France and from Germany and Europe all coming out Thursday morning. So I'd put a 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 3:30, and 4 a.m. and list those reports. Spanish employment at 2 a.m., French flash manufacturing PMI at 3 a.m., German flash manufacturing PMI at 3:30 a.m., and flash manufacturing PMI at 4 a.m. So that should give some volatility to the euro. Not really tradable, doesn't move enough on any consistency to be worth it, but it is something to be aware of for you traders that are trading the euro during the euro session. Also maybe where we see our movement on the euro for the day. All right, so looking on over at retail sales for the pound at 430. Let's see. All right, so we're going to be entering at 11 p.m. for a 7 a.m. Let's see when the last report came out. Came out on June 19th. And so if I pull up my last trade, see what I got here. Okay, pound retail sales being released at 4:30. We're looking to find Iron Condor at 4:11 p.m. Or 11 a.m. I mean. Let's see. So we're getting in. Oh, no, we're getting in at 11 p.m. for a 4:30 a.m. release, and trying to see. We got 11 p.m. no later than 4 a.m. with an expiration of 7 a.m. On that trade. So, okay, and we're looking for a minimum profit. Let's see, last time was 45. Let me see how much the stats have varied for us. Maybe we can get that thing a little bit tighter on this round. And if we can, then that'll give us a little better trade. But it looks like it was a pretty wide mover. And so I'm pulling that up for us. We'll have that ready. Okay. So looking at the 7 a.m. release, we had 14. See if it's backed off some since the last stat. Research 12. We had 60, 40, 90, 38, 50, 40. Looks like it's expanded quite a bit. And 40, but it went up to 77. Let me double check this because we may go ahead and just make this. We may turn this one around. Last trade would not have worked that well on it. Only moved about 15 pips, but overall. Okay, so basically the last 6 months has been really slow. The ones before that have been really big. Okay, let me make sure I got 7 a.m. lined up. Yeah, 50, 28, 4, 10, 90, 36, 48, 12, and 15. You know, we're not getting enough consistency on that retail sales report. I would say back off on the trade. So, say it's had some good volatility, but recently it's really been complete hit or miss. I mean, it's like a 50-50. So on the retail sales on the pound dollar, for now, I'm going to dig into it a little bit deeper. But on my initial review, I'm going to say be aware of retail sales. Can be anywhere between 10 pips and 60 pips. About 50-50 on that. Okay, so for the 4:30 Thursday report. All right. Thank you, and stay tuned for another great show coming up right after this.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.